Hey guys, welcome to another video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Martin Brundle hails Lando Norris for rejecting offer from £2.7 billion F1 team. I do admire that. Lando Norris is entering his 7th season as a McLaren driver. He joined the team back in 2019 as part of a brand new lineup alongside Carlos Sainz. Sainz only stayed at Woking for 2 years before a chance to join Ferrari presented itself. Norris was then joined by Daniel Ricciardo, but McLaren paid him off before the end of his contract after a hugely disappointing couple of years. Oscar Piastri became Norris' third teammate at the start of 2023, and now McLaren's lineup looks set for the long term, though nothing is certain in F1, of course. Piastri won Formula 2 as an Alpine Academy driver, but Zak Brown successfully poached him after a legal battle. Norris currently ranks 4th on the all-time appearance list for McLaren. By the end of the season, he should reach 152 Grands Prix, which will see him overtake David Coulthard at the top. Norris is already McLaren's leading points scorer, having surpassed the 1,000 mark. But what he really wants is to lead the win tally. He's still 31 short of Ayrton Senna for the moment. Martin Brundle was in attendance on Thursday as McLaren's 2025 car rolled out for a shakedown. Brundle drove for the team himself in 1994, partnering Mika Hakkinen. Speaking to Sky Sports F1, he expressed his admiration for Norris, who trusted McLaren amid enticing offers from elsewhere. He signed a new multi-year contract before the start of last season. Red Bull made serious attempts to sign Norris in the winter of 2024 as they eyed a replacement for Sergio Perez alongside Max Verstappen. But the £2.7 billion valued team couldn't lure him away from his racing home. Brundle says last year's constructors' triumph was vindication for Norris. Now he wants the total payback of taking the driver's crown. What I admire about Lando is that, when a lot of drivers would have left McLaren, there were a lot of enticing offers. He trusted the team, Brundle said. I do admire that. He believed in them. Now they've come through and they're the reigning world champions for teams. Let's hope he gets total payback. Norris has been branded the favorite for the 2025 title, and he's telling himself he can do it. He's previously spoken of his struggles with self-doubt, but he seems much more confident this year. However, Norris has warned McLaren that it's vital to make a strong start after the events of 2023 and 24. He lost decisive ground to Verstappen last term before his first race win in Miami. Piastri says Norris showcased the no-blame culture at McLaren during their end-of-season debrief. He took responsibility for lost points, rather than pointing the finger at his teammate. That made the Australian feel proud. Under Andrea Stella, McLaren have arguably built a stronger team ethos than any of their rivals. Trio convicted for blackmail plot of Schumacher's family. German court punishes group who threatened to post images, videos, and medical reports of the 7-time F1 world champion on the dark web, unless his family paid €15 million ransom. 3 men have been convicted of trying to blackmail Michael Schumacher's family for millions of euros. A German court has jailed one individual for 3 years after he threatened to upload 900 photos, 600 videos, plus medical reports of the 7-time Formula 1 world champion to the dark web unless Schumacher's family paid a ransom of €15 million. A second man has been charged with aiding and abetting by the district court in Wuppertal, Western Germany, and issued a 6-month suspended sentence. A former security guard at Schumacher's home was also served with a 2-year suspended sentence, despite pleading to having had no involvement in the extortion. German news agency dpa reported that Judge Birgit Neubert said the former security worker was responsible for the most significant part of the crime due to a breach of the trust placed in him by the Schumacher family to protect them. The family's lawyer, Thilo Dam, said they will appeal in the case against the former security guard as they wanted a 4-year prison term. Schumacher, 56, has not been seen in public since he suffered a serious brain injury while skiing in December 2013. He retired from F1 in 2012 and was transferred from hospital in September 2014 and has since been cared for privately at the family's home in Switzerland. His family has demanded privacy, and the blackmail attempt threatened to expose details about his condition. It is understood that while the majority of the evidence was confiscated by the German authorities, a second hard drive remains missing. Since his skiing accident, Schumacher's condition has been a constant source of interest in the media, which has been railed against by the family. In 2023, the Schumacher family successfully won legal action over a publisher of a magazine that printed an AI-generated interview with the seven-time world champion. German magazine Die Aktuelle ran his image on the cover in April 2023 with the headline, "Michael Schumacher, the first interview." The AI-made article was found to be misleading, and the publisher was ordered to pay compensation of €200,000. The German publisher, Funk Magazines, also apologized to Schumacher's family and sacked the magazine's chief editor. Lando Norris says he'll drive with elbows out to compete with Max Verstappen this F1 season. Silverstone, England, AP, Lando Norris has pledged to get tough and drive with his elbows out against Max Verstappen as the two prepare to resume their title rivalry in the new Formula One season. Norris was Verstappen's closest challenger as the Dutch driver sealed his fourth consecutive F1 title last year, following hard-edged and controversial battles between the two on track. "I need to get my elbows out against Verstappen and show I am not willing to give him any positions. I also have to be a smart driver. You have to be smart to go up against Max," Norris said Thursday as McLaren launched its 2025 car. Norris signaled he was looking to learn from costly mistakes in 2024 and said his reaction when he rewatched some of his own driving from last year was, "What an idiot." But at the same time, "I don't need to go out and prove something to Verstappen," Norris added. "I don't need to take any unnecessary risks. I don't think you have to do anything special to try and beat Max. He is quick, aggressive and one of the best ever, but the easiest way of beating him is just by being quicker than him and staying ahead." McLaren was off the pace in the first part of last season before upgrading its car for the Miami Grand Prix in May. Norris said Verstappen's mentality and big lead had made it very difficult for him to compete, but predicted the championship could look different this year if he and McLaren can get off to a better start. Preseason testing is February 26th to 28th in Bahrain, and the first race of the season is the Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne on March 16th. And you, fan, what do you think about the pilot's situation? Write in the comments.